Hello guys, this is the SWTOR guy here, and this is a little bit of a guide about the Eternal Championship, what the bosses are doing and stuff like that, how you can beat them and things like that. So let's get jump right into it. The first boss mechanics is not much of a big deal. There's two droids there, one is a combat unit, one is a medical unit. Basically you need to clean up both of those droids and after that beat up the boss. Pretty much the combat unit is give the boss more damage, and the other medical one is obviously healing the boss. So basically if you want to go for the speedrun, for example, you just need to defeat the medical unit, and after that just burn out the boss, and pretty much that's about it for the first boss. The second boss, Dracula, is basically doing two things. The first thing is getting some ads around him, basically these kind of children's, and the second one is basically just an AoE stuff you need to avoid. But if you putting the ads into that area where you place that area debuff, basically the pets or these Ignalids is gonna go down and things like that. Basically that's all you need, just burn through. You can easily do it with the DPS companions, so yeah, that's it for the second boss. The third boss, Gungus, is doing also two things as well. The first is he has these NPCs or friends called Heralds of Zildrogs, and he's spamming these if you really low at DPS, because at whatever time he's gonna go right into the middle and basically just doing a cast where in the middle of the area there is like flames and things like that, and if you're staying in there you receive a lot of damage, but if you're going out you don't, and after that he's spamming some Zildrogs, and basically you need to do the same, just go away. But if you're going for the speedrun, of course you don't need to, you just use one cooldown, and after that that's it. The fourth one is a little bit different. There is a little big worm and the boss. Basically the boss doing a cast where he can do this spelling fire and also an AoE stuff. You need to avoid that, but also the worm is doing an AoE stuff, so which you need to avoid, otherwise you're going into the ground and stay stunned for like 4 or 5 seconds. And the tactic here is not much. Basically you need to kill the boss first, and after that the worm. The worm is getting some ads in his side, basically 2 healing ones or just DPS ones. Sometimes they are healing the boss, sometimes they are just DPSing us, so pretty much that's all you need to do. If you're going for the speed run, pretty much you can do this with an easy AoE companion, so there is not much of a big deal. You need to avoid the stuffs, the AoE damages, and that's all. Oh, and if you kill the boss, basically the worm is gonna go enraged, so basically it hits you more than it should. The fifth one I think is one of the easiest, but it needs a little bit of tactic. Basically Lena's doing two things. The first is getting some help or companions. Basically they call themselves shielders. Well, basically 2 guys is shielding the boss, and basically the boss is in that time can be untouchable and things like that, so you can't hit the boss. After you just stun those guys, you can continue hit the boss. So pretty much if you're going for the speed run, you don't need to do anything else, just stun those, and that's about it. The second time he's just cast 3 NPCs, pretty much you can deal with them, and the third time he's gonna cast some suiciders which they are just stop you for a moment where you at in that position, basically stun you. Pretty much that's all, and after that you need to avoid the AoE circles to get damaged. That's all. Now this is where it gets tricky. The sixth boss is basically, I think, one of the hardest and tactical ones. Basically, if there is a little bit of solutions here. There is like King Crush and Mr. Ripper, who basically if the 2 of those guys are going close, like those 2 purple circles are going really close to each other, they're gonna get enraged and they just gonna double up the damage what you can. If you are a melee fighter, then it's kind of hard, but if you're a range fighter, then it's kind of fine to do it. But basically, in this fight, you definitely need a healer companion to do this, or you definitely needed to change it heal for this fight, because you need here. The creatures are actually not hitting that much, just if they are really close or the boss is really close to one. So basically, you need to gather the boss and one of those creatures. You need to gather them and basically just AoE damage them. The boss is doing one ability called Untouchable, where basically just he's literally can't touch it. You can't hit it and things like that. And after that, doing like a push away thing where he can push away even the creatures or you. And basically the other one is just stick in your companion, and basically he can heal that pretty fast. So basically you need to start hitting the boss, and if he's untouchable, you need to go back and deal with the creature. As soon as you deal with the creature, you go to the other one, and so on and on and on. If you kill the boss before the creature is gonna go enrage. One of them, whoever stays alive, he's gonna go enrage. He's not really hit you that much, but you need to really careful for that. Oh, the next boss is my favorite. Basically, Noctoro and Drake Raven. First off, you need to start hitting with Drake Raven. I'll tell you what he's doing. There is 4 abilities what he can do. First, he can summon like droids, what that carry your companion and just hitting so hard, and pretty much you can do anything with that. The second one is like a jetpack to one corner to another. The third one is the mines, what he can put. And the fourth one is an AoE attack, which is a line attack. Basically, you need to stay away from the line, obviously. Other than that, you can also interrupt that guy. So whatever he's planning to cast, you can interrupt this guy. The other one, not so much. Basically, Noctoro is not doing anything. He has an defensive and an attacking mod. If he's defensive, he's just running around really slowly and he's not gonna do anything. If he is on attacking mode, basically you need to start putting him into these her into these mines, and sorry. Basically, she will get stunned, and basically you can hit him and things like that. The heal is gonna get the same. Now, I don't know if it's a bug or not. In the PTS, the heal went up to 100%. But basically, you need to start killing Drake Raven, avoid the mines and things like that. As soon as you kill him, you can get his belt, where you can get his abilities. And basically, you can put mines and go away with the jetpack and things like that. So it's a really fun, really easy boss fight. You just need to follow these tactics pretty much, and you can easily do it. If you're going for the speedrun, of course, you can do this with DPS character. All you need is just stun twice this character, and pretty much that's it. Use one safe ability, and that's it. After that boss, you're gonna get a big Rancor, because why not? We need Rancors, right? Basically, if you're doing this boss really properly, this is one of the easiest bosses. Basically, the boss is doing 2 abilities. The first thing is just a big claw thing. The second one is like a crush, where he can crush you into the ground and you can't move. You basically stunned in 5 seconds. And the third one is pretty much he's just tossing away you and things like that. That's all. Pretty much there is another little boss here where he's putting some traps in the place. So basically there is like an area where you can get safe. If you're not in that area, you either get poisoned or even get shocked. So these are the 2 things. Basically all you need to do in here is just pure DPS fight. You can't interrupt it, you can't do anything. All you need to do is just DPS the hell out of this guy, and that's it. You easily can do it. The next stop is one of the most difficult one, I think, is called Doom Droid, but basically it's the first boss. So basically, this is a nice droid. So if you were on Makeup and done those stories, you will probably saw this droid so many times. Basically, what you can expect, first of all, is doing a laser, just like the Makeup world boss. He's doing that laser. Of course, you need to avoid that because he's going one line, and that's all you need to avoid that. Second of all, he's doing missiles. Each time he's casting those missiles, you need to avoid it because otherwise it gets you a lot of damage. And the third time, he's gonna go do cast some NPCs. One of them is a suicider one, and the other one is basically just an assault droid who's doing DPS. But basically, at the time when there are suiciders, there is also can be like missiles and things like that. So there is a lot of area damage can go on. So you need to avoid that. Soon as that, a couple of hits and things like that. Once and repeat. The boss is doing a cast where he can get really big damage boost. So you need to kill in the middle 4 droids before the cast, and that is really easy to do pretty much. And as soon as you've done it, rinse and repeat. Laser, missiles, and after that droids, suiciders, and once again the middle one if you're not that good at DPS, and that's all, and you're done. So the last boss is basically one of the most difficult boss, but what can you expect from the last boss? Basically, at the beginning he's doing some couple of AoE attacks, Fury Mortars. Basically you need to avoid it. It somehow doesn't hurt your companion, so you don't give a shit about that one, basically just for yourself. And after that he's gonna cast some droids. Basically, if you are really good and going for the speedrun, you don't really need to care about them. Basically, the Fury Mortar is basically destroying the droids as well. So if you're putting the Fury Mortars in between the AoE circle where he's gonna cast the Fury Mortar, basically the droids are gonna get destroyed, and basically the droid's just gonna do a line attack, so you basically need to avoid the line, and that's all. After that you can continue DPSing the boss. After like 70%, the boss is gonna jump out to the droid and start hitting you. Basically he's not doing any cast, basically just a couple of pushes and things like that. And you just need to start hitting, that's all. After that he's gonna jump back into the droid, and he's gonna start doing a laser attack. Basically like 15 seconds or so, maybe 10 seconds. Basically all you need to do is just defend yourself somehow. If you have like Saber Reflex, Saber Swath, anything, what you got is basically use it as a heal, because you need it here in that phase so hard. After that you're gonna get the boss is gonna jump back again and jump out again, sorry, and basically he's just gonna hit you again, and as soon as you're done hitting he's gonna go right into the middle and he's gonna do the shocking finale. Basically in the shocking finale means you can't go outside of the middle area. Basically if you're going somewhere in the side of the arena, so basically you can't use heals, can't use anything, otherwise you get shocked. But not just that, the boss is gonna activate the droid again, so he's gonna do the same thing, the Fury Mortars, the droids and everything. So all you need to do is burn the heck out of the boss, use all of the cooldowns what you can, and survive basically. As soon as you kill it you need to wait like 2 or 3 seconds, and after that everything is just gonna explode, and after that you can go out of the arena. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this little guide, and hopefully it will help you guys. If I missed something or one of you guys know something, let me know in the comment section below, and if you liked it then smash the like button, and hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time. Bye bye.